Welcome to Paleoish Takes On. This is a series where we recreate restaurant favorite dishes. We put a Paleoish twist on them. So that's clean up the ingredients, but not sacrificing flavor. So today we're gonna do a very popular thing, a thing I love, Starbucks egg bites. They're fantastic, but only issue, they're like $4.70 for like 2 little egg bites. And I'll show you the ingredients online, not the best. So I decided, why not make these at home? Each one's 15 grams of protein, so a nice little protein intake, and they're super easy to make as well. Enough talking, let's go pick them up. Thank you. Awesome, thank you everyone. Let's hit the kitchen, give these a try. All right guys, we got the goods. Let's open it up. So it comes in like a little egg tin here, piping hot, and there you have it. So I'm actually a big fan of these. They're super tasty. You could see it's got like a custard kind of vibe to it, very fluffy. Let's take a bite. It's good. It's really, really good. It's that texture that is unreal. You could see it's literally like an egg souffle. So just super creamy. Not that much bacon in there. I think we'll go heavier with the bacon because if you're gonna say bacon in the title, let's get some bacon in there. That Gruyere cheese is fantastic though. It's a super nice flavor. So I think we can make them identical. Let's get to work.
We're gonna start off by cooking the bacon. Grab a big sheet tray, throw some tinfoil down. Then we're gonna separate the bacon, making sure you just leave a little bit of space. We're gonna get the oven set to 400. And the best trick with cooking bacon is you actually put it into a cold oven while it preheats. This way it's gonna slowly cook, and then it's gonna really allow the fat to come off and get nice and crispy. So add to the oven at 400. And then we're gonna give this about 16 minutes. Best trick, just kind of monitor it. Once you really start to smell it, you'll kind of see it's gonna get done pretty quick. But about like 16 to 18 minutes, you want to pull when they're nice and crispy. Grab a small little bowl. You're gonna pour the bacon grease into the bowl. We're gonna save this because we're gonna use it to coat the egg bites. Throw them onto a plate with some paper towel, and then basically just pat some of that grease off, and then there you have it. We're gonna throw these on a wooden cutting board, and I like to portion them out. We'll use half a piece of bacon for each egg bite. So basically just rip it in half, chop them up, and then just make little piles, and then that way we'll know how much to put in to each egg bite. Since it's a bacon Gruyere egg bites, we're gonna be using Gruyere cheese, which is phenomenal. Shred that up. We're gonna be using 1 3/4 cup of that. Grab some Monterey Jack cheese to balance that out. Also gonna be using 1 3/4 cup. Essentially just grab a high-speed blender and let's start adding in our ingredients. First being 8 cracked eggs. Melt 1 tablespoon of butter and then throw that in. Add in the Gruyere cheese, the shredded Monterey Jack cheese. Get like a full fat cottage cheese. This is 16 ounces that we're gonna add in. 1 teaspoon of salt and 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. Throw in 1 teaspoon of hot sauce of your choice. Blend this up until smooth and then set aside. Grab a muffin tin tray, and I have seen people use like silicone trays. Those look really cool as well. Basically dip some of that bacon fat with a paper towel and just rub around. This way it's not gonna stick as much. Once you have that all coated nicely, pour the egg mixture into the tray. Leave a little bit of room up top since this will expand a little bit once we bake. Now add in the bacon pieces, get them all sprinkled around, push down with a knife, and then that way they'll be incorporated throughout the egg bites. Now grab like a roasting tray or casserole dish. We're gonna put about like 1 inch of water in there. So essentially you'll see when we open the oven, slide that in on the bottom rack, and then we're gonna put the egg mixture up top. This is gonna provide some steam. You kind of do this when you do like souffles or cheesecakes to prevent cracking. This for about 30 to 35 minutes. Oven's at 300. Basically, once it's set, and then you can always test with a toothpick, you'll know to remove it. All right, it is time. Look how beautiful these are looking. We're gonna take a knife, work your way around. This is just gonna help loosen it up a bit. Pop those babies out, add them to a plate, and it is almost time to enjoy. Now I'm gonna show you how to make them in the sous vide. This is gonna get you closest to the Starbucks version. Same egg mixture, basically just get 4-ounce little glass ramekins, fill them up. Not all the way, leave a little room there. Add in a little bit of bacon to each one, push down with a knife again. Get your sous vide set at 170. Seal these nice and tight with the lids. Put in for about an hour and a half. Once the time is up, take one out and then just check it, make sure all the egg is set, and then these are done. Same premise, take a knife around the edge there, pop these babies out, throw on a plate, and then let's give these a try.
All right guys, here's the finished. So you see this is Starbucks. This is the sous vide version. And then this is the one from the oven. So let's cut into them so you could get a look. So here's the oven version. You could see it still gets a really nice texture in the oven. A lot of it's from that water method. Helps kind of steam a little. And this is the sous vide. Look at that nice amount of bacon. And then you can't beat that texture. It's pretty much identical to Starbucks there. So that's big benefit of sous vide, that even heating. And then here's Starbucks. And then our sous vide right there. So pretty much identical. And then our oven to Starbucks, still super, super similar. So I'm gonna try this and then I'll try ours to kind of compare. Phenomenal. Like I said, I like this one a lot. You taste the cheese, texture is incredible. So that's really what I was going for, is that texture. So let's try our oven one first. And look at that, I'm telling you, even from the oven, you see? It's like super similar. Really, it's like a little more fluffy, which is kind of nice. Because the Starbucks one is pretty damn heavy, but you would not be able to tell a difference. Like, it's pretty much identical. What I like about ours too is that the bacon, we added in crispier bacon, so it's a nice texture balance. Starbucks, the bacon's so thin, and there are some bits that aren't that crispy. So here's the sous vide. Super creamy. It's like closest to like a souffle right there. Wow, guys. But honestly, this oven one is super, super good. It's gonna compare great to Starbucks. You can almost see looking side by side how dense the Starbucks one, kind of like spongy. Really good texture. Our sous vide one's like pretty much like a dessert. Very rich, decadent, I'd say. And delicious. To put an end to this, huge fan of Starbucks, but for two, you're paying like $4.75. When you could just make them in the oven, like you get 15, 16 servings. Each one's about 15 grams of protein for not that much money. And you could freeze these, so you could throw them in the freezer, microwave them as you want like a snack. So yeah, guys, they're phenomenal. And then the sous vide, look at all that bacon. Yummy. Well, that's a wrap, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you like and subscribe. I got plenty more Paleoish takes on coming up and other videos as well.